Rich in tradition, we have a wall of sound, as Greg and Ronnie call it. And we all have the same mindset of what we want the sound to be like. You know, we don't want to be strictly traditional, we don't want to be progressive. We got that fine line that defines us. And I think all of our minds working alike is what I like best about this.
We want to do traditional bluegrass, but in a little more updated version of the traditional sound defined by Monroe, Flatt and Scruggs, Jimmy Martin, Stanley Brothers. Take that same approach as far as drive, harmony, strong vocals, but to add a little bit of a polish to it to make it just a little bit more contemporary.
Bluegrass has a lot of oomph, and we like the hard driving sound of it. But bluegrass covers a lot of ground as far as there's a lot of really great ballads, and so it's got its softer side too. There's just such a challenge. Bluegrass is incredibly challenging to play. Dobro player Jerry Douglas, one of the greats, said that playing bluegrass is just like playing jazz, especially the lead parts, the solos, very complex. Lots of times are very fast. Some of the fastest music.
Our new album is called Lonesomeville, and that's an original cut that Ronnie wrote.
And Ronnie wrote this seemingly overnight, because one night we said, you know, we could really use a 3/4 time song with good harmony. The next day he said, I got this song we ought to try.
Just landed on my windowsill. I'm living in Lonesomeville. In Lonesomeville the sun never shines. It's rain and tears all of the time. It's a lonesome old address where heartaches won't heal. I'm living in Lonesomeville. Yeah, I'm living in Lonesomeville.
I used to make my living writing songs. I wrote for Warner Brothers and MCA in Nashville for 7 or 8 years. I had the idea, and Jay mentioned something about we needed a waltz time song, 3/4 time song, and Lonesomeville just kind of came out at the breakfast table one morning. I wrote it just one day.
Yeah, I'm living in Lonesomeville. I fell off of love's wagon, and under its wheel I'm living in Lonesomeville. Yeah, I'm living in Lonesomeville.
Greg and myself, we've both written a number of songs, and you know, it makes for a really well-rounded group when you have that, not only in one area but in several. This is a great song, as I say. It's one that Greg penned himself. It's one called God Has Been So Good.
God has been so good to me. It started long ago, way back at Calvary. Jesus' blood did wash and give victory. God has been so good to me.
We got a couple of Steve Wariner songs on the project that I'm really proud of those.
Ronnie actually came up with the song Where Did I Go Wrong, which I was really familiar with too from Steve Wariner's catalog, but this one had really good harmony, and the way we arranged it had really good chord structure as well.
I've got a right to feel this way too. Where did I go wrong? Did he go right? I know I won the battle. If I'd known there was a fight,
our timing is maybe a little different from some of the groups that's out there. We like to stay on the front edge of the beat, you know, and that gives the music a little more drive, and that's kind of where we're at, and Jake understands that.
Lost all my money but a $2 bill, $2 bill, Lord, $2 bill. Lost all my money but a $2 bill. I'm on my long journey home.
I've introduced Greg before on stage and say that Greg is a case of too much talent in one man's body. Greg is a virtuoso mandolin player. He can sing all parts. His range is a mile wide.
I'll always be an ex-convict and branded wherever I go.
A lot of people know Ronnie for his lead playing. You can't put him in any kind of box, you know. Like, he does a lot of rice stuff, but you know, a lot of guitarists these days, they do a lot of rice stuff and very little anything else. Well, Ronnie, he can do that, but he does a lot of other styles as well.
Jay's a great banjo player, hard driving. He approaches bluegrass the way the rest of us do. We joke around and say we're one of the loudest bands in bluegrass because that's how we attack it. And attack is a good word. That's kind of how we all play.
This group of guys, everybody's just so easy to work with, you know, and people see that, you know. You can tell, you see those personalities come out on stage, you know, and you know, that's not something that you want to take lightly, you know, because you're really fortunate and blessed when you have a group like ours that not only musically they are pretty much in tune with one another, but personality-wise also.
Thank you. There's a stir across the land, and so begins another day on life's highway. Down city streets, on country roads, like a stream the people flow.
To contact Rich in Tradition, call 336-427-8562. or email richintradition@earthlink.net, or visit richintraditionbluegrass.com.
A bridge to build, a bridge to burn. Here's hoping you never go astray on life's highway.